World News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
This is World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. The United States Government Accountability Office, or GAO, has issued recommendations to the country's Department of Defense to make sure the military equipment sent by the U.S. to Ukraine was being tracked and appropriately used. According to the GAO report, the Defense Department does not have quality data to track the delivery of defense articles to Ukraine, and its guidance on the Presidential Drawdown Authority, or PDA, does not clearly define at what point in the delivery process the defense articles should be recorded as delivered. It also said the department has not formally assessed the effectiveness of its modified approach to the monitoring procedures on the usage of the delivered defense articles. To ensure all the material were being tracked and used correctly, the GAO suggested 8 recommendations, including regular assessment and improvement of the accuracy of the delivery data and evaluation of the end-use monitoring approach in Ukraine. In response, the Pentagon concurred with 5 of the recommendations and partially agreed with 2 others. However, it disagreed with the GAO's recommendation that it should clarify guidance for documenting alleged end-use violations. Since February 2022, the United States has provided more than $42 billion in security assistance to Ukraine to help it defend itself from Russian offensives.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
In our news, China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi is set to visit Australia next week in a follow-up effort to fully mend the strained relations between Beijing and Canberra. According to the British newspaper The Guardian, Wang will hold talks with his Australian counterpart Penny Wong in a meeting that the report described as part of the Australia-China foreign and strategic dialogue. The report, without citing sources, said the Australian top diplomat is expected to raise human rights and regional security with Wang and will push for the removal of the remaining trade impediments between the two countries. There was no immediate confirmation from both sides regarding Wang's visit to Australia, which would be the Chinese top envoy's first since 2017. In late February, a South China Morning Post report citing unnamed sources also mentioned the visit this month that it said would last 2 days. The visit would follow Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's visit to China in November last year, which significantly helped stabilize the souring relations between the two countries.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
For our Philippine Embassy and Consular news, Philippines Presidential Advisor on Digital Transformation, Secretary Dennis Anthony Uy, urged Italian businessmen to look into possible investment opportunities in the Philippines. During his meeting with officials from the Chamber of Commerce for Southeast Asia, or ICC-SEA, Secretary Uy shared several positive economic developments in the Philippines that he said Italian companies should take advantage of. The founder and chief executive officer of Converge ICT Solutions said Italian companies could invest in information technology, infrastructure, transportation, defense, telecommunications, power generation, and many others. Secretary Uy, who is also a director of the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry, or PCCI, also encouraged the ICC-SEA to organize a business mission to the Philippines. Prior to the meeting with ICC-SEA, Secretary Uy also had a telephone conversation with President Francesco Buccella of the National Federation of the Chemical Industry of Italy and of the Federation of Industry of Lombardy. During their phone conversation, the Filipino official invited the Italian businessman to take a second look at the Philippines and explore possible investment opportunities in the country. The engagements were arranged by the Philippine Consulate General in Milan, led by Consul General El Mercato. Cato, together with Consul Norman Pandalhin and Filipino Chamber of Commerce of Italy President Noel Carillo, joined Secretary Uy during the meeting.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.
You just heard World News in 5 here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. This is Peñano. Good day.
World News in 5.
News and developments making headlines around the world in 5 minutes.
World News in 5.
Here on Radyo Pilipinas Worldwide.